Hey guys, I'm Covia, the owner of Cultivating Self-Love, your friendly neighborhood self-love pusher, intuitive seer, and certified life coach, here to give you your weekly self-care oracle reading and also see what messages the earth has for us this week. So, thank you for coming. I welcome you into my space so that we may all connect and receive all of the healing and light and love that we need for this week. So with that, let's say our prayer and get started. The Most High, we come to you asking to connect with you, our guides and our ancestors and our higher self in order for us to get the best self-care reading and the most important messages from the earth this week, so that we may live our most abundant, prosperous, and authentic lives. Let's clear your energy. Take a deep breath. Sucking all out that bad negative energy. Low vibrations are coming out. They are being released. And you are now clean and clear. Hope you feel a little bit better and lighter. Let's see what the cards say to us this week. Hope you guys have been I hope last week was good for you guys. Last week was a little crazy for me. The energies are all over the place. Things are trying to trigger me. And I have to take a couple self-care days. What self-care can we benefit from this week? What self-care can bring us to our highest and greatest light and most authentic selves? What self-care do we need? Okie dokie, things are flying. Write a gratitude list. Nourish your temple. Read, and music. I love those. Absolutely love those. Creating a gratitude list is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself right now, because having gratitude literally changes your perspective, it changes your mindset, and it gives you a very good starting point for all these big manifestations that you want to come into your life. Gratitude has been changing my life, so I suggest you try it. The mantra for write a gratitude list is I am grateful. The journal prompt is what are you grateful for, and what can you show, and how can you show more gratitude daily? Taking 5 minutes in the morning to write down 5 things that you're grateful for can drastically change your day, especially if you remember throughout the day all of those beautiful things that you said you were grateful for. You can just be grateful for your house, your car, that you love your children, that you've changed the relationship with your children, that you have a significant other who is loving and supportive, that you have the funds to just buy yourself a coffee. It can be anything. Just show gratitude towards it because you have it now. I know there's all these things that you say that you want and that you need, but there are things that you were asking for last year that you have now, and you need to be grateful for those things. Writing that gratitude list is going to significantly help you with your manifestations. Take the time to write your list. The next card that came out was Nourish Your Temple. The mantra for Nourish Your Temple is, I nourish my body with healthy food, clean water, and positive self-talk. What are you taking in? Nourishing your temple isn't only about food, it's also about what you're taking in, what you're digesting mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. What TV shows are you watching? Are they giving you positive things to think about and look at? Are they giving you negative things to think about and look at? Are you nourishing yourself with new lessons and reflecting on things that have happened in the past? What are you nourishing your temple with? That's what you need to ask yourself. Now think about everything that's around you right now. Is it nourishing your temple? If it's not nourishing your temple, then maybe it's time to remove that for a little while and try something different. Add some new things that nourish your temple. Go outside and walk. Go work out and exercise. That's very nourishing for your temple, especially if you have anxiety. It definitely, moving and exercising helps to release a lot of that built up energy that anxiety causes, where you feel like you have this big ball of energy here in your stomach. Exercising helps you to release and let that energy flow out. The journal prompt for Nourishing Your Temple is, what is my body calling for, and what can I do to nourish it more? If it's food, give yourself food. If you're feeling tired, give yourself the things that you need, whether it's sleep or better food, whether it's fruits, vegetables, and different herbs that give you more energy. #42 is read. I like that one because I have been looking at all of the books around me that I need to read, and I think I'm going to start setting Sundays as my reading day, where I do everything else. Oh, I have class on Sunday, but Sundays is going to be my reading day. It's going to be my time that I nourish my mind with new information. The mantra for reading is, I enjoy expanding my mind. The journal prompt is, what is your favorite book to read what was your favorite book to read as a kid, and how does it make you feel to think about reading it now? A book that comes to mind that I liked reading as a teenager was Drama High, I think it was called. It's about this girl named Jade who lived with her grandmother, and she was a little poor, or they weren't as wealthy as some of the kids she went to school with, but her grandmother was a hoodoo priestess. And to see where I am now and thinking about how much I loved reading that book is really cool, and how it kind of sparked some things in me and wanting to learn more about hoodoo and voodoo and all the African spiritual traditions. What did you like to read as a child? It can give you some insight as to where your life is going now, or maybe even where your life needs to go. Maybe you need to bring back some of that childlike joy and wonder into your life. And books can help you do that, because books take us anywhere in the world just by sitting in a little corner in our house and opening it and reading it and letting the information flow to us. And the last self-care card that came out was music. Are you dancing? Do you like music? Have you been singing? Have you been wanting to do a drum circle? There are all kinds of ways that music can nourish your body and give you so much love and light and heal and take away the stresses of the day or the week. The mantra for music is, my heart sings the song of truth. The journal prompt is, what do you think your choices in music say about you? What do your choices in music say about you? I have a very wide range of music choices that I listen to, so I'm not somebody that stays inside of a box. I like everything and anything depending on the day and time. So take the time to learn who you are and what you like and what you love and what that says about you. It gives you a knowing, a knowing and a strength that nobody can touch. Knowing who you are is such a breath of fresh air. 11:11 on mine. As I'm recording this, that's funny. It gives you such a breath of fresh air and a solid stand, so that when people come to you telling you who you are and what you're going to do and how you need to live your life, you can say, no, I live my life this way because I know who I am, and I know what I like, and I know what I need. And no one else can tell you anything because it's who you are. You know what you need. I hope those self-care tips helped. I hope they guide you. Share this, share, and subscribe to my channel to help get these self-care messages out to as many people as we can. People need to know how to love on themselves and take care of themselves, and they need to learn who they are so we all can stand our ground and know what we need, so we can stand firm against anything that is trying to tear us down or take away our freedoms. Let's see what Earth Mom has to say to us. This is a new deck I just got. I love it. I love it. Look how pretty. Yeah. The artists that come up with these cards have such beautiful minds. Mother Earth, guides, ancestors, what messages do we need this week to help guide us, keep us on our path to our highest and greatest good, to our most authentic selves? What do we need this week? Ooh, that's a card for you. It's gorgeous though. Wow. Consistency. A repetition. Preservation. Might I just say, wow. Especially with the preservation card coming out and with all these things about this Roe versus Wade and abortion rights, preservation. We need to preserve our right to life and freedom and choice. We need to be consistent in those rights, in those freedoms. Nobody should have the right to tell you what to do with your body. No one. It's your choice. I'm going to read you the meanings for the card. Consistency. Your habits make you who you are. Stay committed to your goal. Steady progress will get results. It can take a lifetime to be an overnight success. So there's no rush to burn yourself out. Being consistent in your words and actions builds reliable platform. An occasional show of kindness does not make someone kind. Love is dependable. Be or turn to someone you can count on. Your past has helped you shape your present. The present is helping you shape your tomorrow. Acts of love, hope, mindfulness shed light on the past. Transform the present, and invite brighter tomorrows. The seeds you plant today will blossom and bear fruit. Positive thoughts and actions plant a blessed future. Wait for illumination, it will come. That one's a lot. Make the plan. Take the time to make the plan, and then be consistent with it. I can tell you from experience, especially within the last 6 months, constantly doing the same habits that create the life you want really does make massive changes in your everyday life. I am living a completely different life right now from what I was living 6 months ago. Being consistent really, 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 really makes a difference in your life. And this card is just so pretty. And it's like, looking at this card, consistency of the sun and the moon. We know for a fact every day the sun is gonna rise, and the sun is gonna set. The moon is gonna come up when the sun sets, and when the sun rises, the moon goes back into her little hiding spot. Okay, sorry guys about that. I had a phone call. So the next card that came out was repetition, which, I mean, consistency and repetition is, they go hand in hand, so not much that I really need to say about that. I'm just going to read the meaning from the book. A sense of history is somehow repeating, a chance to do things differently and perhaps secure a better outcome. To work with or break the cycle, you need to recognize it. Release stress, tension, or anger before it builds into a storm. It may be necessary to walk away from a challenging personality. Difficulty breaking a habit or pattern of thinking. Establish a positive routine. The spiritual meaning is, through infinite cycles of life, death, and rebirth, our soul stretches into timeless repetition. All while your thoughts and actions draw from the past and feed your future. The journey repeats as often as needed. There is no rushing through the end. There is no rushing to the end. The cycle can be broken through wisdom, through detachment, through a memory of the sacred, through a return to oneness. In the heavens and the earth, in societies and relationships and behaviors, repeating occurrences are everywhere. There are places where hot, dry months roll into a build-up that breaks into a monsoon season on a repeating cycle of dry, heat, and flood. The monsoons will come again, bringing rains for crops, but maybe also upheaval and disease. For the people who live in the monsoon climates, this is the way of life. For an outsider, the cycle might seem extreme, but the residents are accustomed to the heat, the humidity, and the wet. The relative ease, comfort, and stability more moderate weather cycles may be unknown or unfathomable to them. Cycles exist in our lives in so many ways. Once we fall into their circling reliability, it can be hard to imagine life any other way. Adverse cycles do not need to be endlessly tolerated. Break the cycle and shift into something more comfortable. Well, if that don't tell you what to do, I don't know what to do. You break cycles with consistency, consistently doing other things. So if you can recognize the cycle, if you can see it, then you know what to do differently. So you need to sit with yourself and see what cycles have been repeating in your life. See what keeps happening, what keeps occurring, what keeps coming back up. See what it is, see how you can change it, and consistently work on changing it. The last card is preservation. The earthy meaning: a dream is dormant, not lost. A slow awakening to love. It is okay to take your time. Emotional barriers. Self-preservation may have become self-sabotaging. Rejecting opportunity due to fear or anxiety. The dismissal of kindness or doubt over someone's intention is unwarranted. Peace is a surrendering. Love is vulnerable. Allow yourself to trust and believe that love is here for you. You are safe, protected, loved by the divine. Let love water the seeds of joy, creativity, contentment that lie within you. Accept the blessings of this world into your heart so your true self can blossom. Seeds take refuge in soil and wait for rain. Long periods of dry can change the soil so that when the rain comes, the water beads on the surface, unable to penetrate the dry ground. The seed needs the rain to trigger them into life, but the soil has become hydrophobic, a term that literally means fear of water. Of course, the soil is not afraid. Deep down, it craves water, but it only becomes absorbent with exposure to more and more water. Hydrophilic, or water-loving, soil can absorb and make the most of the lightest rains. But soil that has been denied moisture for an extended period needs to be exposed to far more before even a drop can be absorbed. When water finally sinks in, the seeds preserved within the soil abandon their sleep and rejoice in growth. Ooh, that's a message for you. That's a message for you. Wow. A lot of us have been deprived of love for so long that it takes so much love for us to accept it again, to accept the love. It's like we've become afraid of love because we don't know what it is. We don't know how to accept it. We don't know how to have it. It's been taken from us for so long. We've been so taken advantage of. We don't know how to let love in, and it's so time to just let it in. Love yourself. Even if you just let it in by loving yourself, the love that you keep pushing out to others, turn it back inward. So instead of remembering to get your friend a coffee all the time, get yourself a coffee. Or remembering your friend's favorite anything. What is your favorite things? Do you know what they are? Instead of always helping your friend as soon as they call, take a day off. Go help yourself. What do you need to do for yourself? Do you have dishes piled up? Go wash them. Do you need to do laundry? Go do it. Instead of helping somebody else, help yourself. It's time for you to love you, to help you, to make your life easier and do the things that you need to do so you can function in this life. I know for me, I like clean spaces so I can function. I need clear cut paths and clear places where things need to go, and they need to go in those places all the time. Otherwise, I freak out. And I used to hide my freakouts because I felt bad. But now instead, I don't freak out. I just say, hey, can you start putting this back in the right place? Or I remind myself, hey, you didn't put that there. You need to remember to put that in where it goes, so when you come back and look for it, it's there and you're not freaking out. Take the time to love on you, to give yourself what you need. The cards have given you all the information and guidance that it can. It's now up to you to do the work. Beautiful soul family, beautiful beings of light, I send you love, light, and peace as you go through on this journey. Have a blessed week.